right.
December 16th, 2016, Dennis Pearce, spiritual psychic medium, God's messenger of heaven.
Hi, everybody. We're here tonight with Melissa. And your name?
Antoinette.
Antoinette. I'll tell you about that name later. There's a spiritual connection to that name. We're going to do a reading session with these two women tonight. I know nothing of either one of them. I've never met Antoinette in my life. Melissa, we just met recently at the bank where I set up some of my business and we did a short reading there, which culminated to where we are here tonight. So, are you ladies ready for this?
Yes.
All right, let me ask Spirit who wants to direct you first. You. He's asking for Melissa first. He said, "Now, Melissa, we told you many things the other day. Many of them were true. You were very amazed at what you heard. You know that. Are you thinking about taking on possibly a different job at your bank? Looking into maybe being promoted or a different way in your business?"
Kind of.
Kind of. He's referring to that now. This is something you should diligently look into, he said. You want to better yourself at the bank where you are. You want more money, a better title. He said you do have that in your heart. You've been thinking about this. You have a thing still going on with some friends? Not doing what they're supposed to be with you? We said this the other day too. You saying that? He said you need to know something first and foremost. There's a person in your life that's not doing what they should be for you. This is a friend. Some of you know him for a long time. Lately they've been cold-shouldered to you. Are you picking up on who he's talking about?
Mm-hmm.
This person you know very well. Very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a woman. She. He says she. So this is a woman he's referring to. Almost since high school you've known this person? This person's not always there when you need her. Blows you off sometimes. She even has gone as far as to give you a hard time, some of the things you said to her. Like kind of combative sometimes with you?
Always.
Okay, well, sometimes it can be always. No, he's on point. She's a good person. You've known her a long time.
The 17 years.
That's where the 17 came from.
Oh, wow. Wow.
When I first got here, I had asked the ladies how long they knew each other, and Spirit had told me 17 on the way over here. It was that key for that 17 coming through now. And they said they'd known each other 13 years. So I said, well, 17 is significant for something. So here it is now. Somebody at your job gossips a lot, talks a lot. You know who they're talking about. You said that. You saw that with your reaction. Is this a man?
No.
It's a woman.
Can I get that?
Yes, sure. The woman that works right next to you?
Kind of.
Kind of. Does she say things kind of off the cuff sometimes? You know what he's talking about. Okay. She does this on a periodic basis. Not always.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes she says things that make you look at her. You kind of trying to analyze what she's trying to say to things. Trying to get how he means it.
Well, I think it's because odd things just happen at our branch, and me and her both know this, and we just kind of like look at each other like, you gotta be kidding me. Like when I told her that you came in, she's like, "What else is gonna happen to this branch?" She says, "Unbelievable."
There's activity in that branch. There's a spirit there. A man that used to work for that bank when it first opened was like a manager there. He died. Not there though. Comes there periodically. A visitation. The things that are happening at the bank are kind of unexplained, aren't they?
I'd say.
Freaky, out of the way kind of things. Things being moved. There are problems at that bank almost on a periodically basis, he said. In one way or the other. There's like always something going wrong. Something always going wrong at this bank, he said. That woman that robbed the bank not too long back, your bank where you're working at was robbed like last year. Summer there was FBI helicopters in Pleasant Valley, cops, state troopers everywhere, and they haven't caught her yet. He just said that. The woman that robbed the bank last year has not been caught. You'll find that out. Look into that. Monday, do you have a meeting with someone at your bank? Something about 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, somebody in the bank is going to want to talk to you. It's where he's going to now with this. Things are going to be said to you that you're not going to want to hear right off, but you'll understand what it's all about once the conversation goes into a greater length. This is somebody you don't always get along with there. Is there somebody there like that? Not always on your side. I'm hearing that.
He's scared of me because I ask him questions.
Well, there you go, Spirit said. You're a very curious woman. You know that about yourself. I do this sometimes. You notice I'm doing this? It's like the rhythm of the tapping, I hear the words being said. I don't have to do it. It's just subconsciously I do it. And I'm on phone interviews with people. I'm like, are you here with that noise? That's me. They taught me how to hear spirit through. Say a truck goes by, the hum of the tires. I can literally hear them speak to me. I heard them in the wind one day up at my sister's house. The words being said to them, and I was freaking. I was like, wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. All right, let's get back to you. You have a problem with the bank sometimes, but you like working there. So far, so good. You're not happy, but you're not unhappy, he said. You're kind of like riding a railroad right now, but you want better. You know you do. When you get into your mind something, it's hard to convince you otherwise, he said. You're very strong-willed. You have a deep determination to better yourself, he said. You said recently you thought about moving to another place. Are you thinking about moving?
Mm-hmm.
Not far. Same area, but a different place to live in. Are you thinking this? Okay. Next 2 weeks, look on Craigslist. He said, you're gonna find something just what you're looking for. You want more room. You want that. A better area. Into a better school system. Is that, were you any pertinence to with the school thing? Your son's not in school. You've got a son, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not in school yet. No. He said you need to think ahead. Because Wappinger School District, Arlington School District, all these different school districts right here in Dutchess County, some have more things available because of the other school districts. So that's some contemplation of where you want to move to when your kid's going to go to school. How many years he got left?
2.
2. So that's not far off. You know what I mean? This is something you need to consider, he's saying. You have an idea of a general area where you want to move to. You've already decided that, he said. Wappingers? Wappinger Falls? Why am I saying that, he said? Because I'm putting that into your thoughts, he said. He's saying Wappinger Falls. You're not saying it. Wappinger Falls has a lot of things included in the banking system. Say something happens there, he said. He said there's things going on within the Key Bank you're not aware of. Things being decided behind closed doors that you need to prepare for. Your work experience has been steady and true, he said. It wouldn't be because of you or your lack of what you do there, but there's going to be some changes, he said. It's going to be within the next 3 weeks. Things are going to be shifted around, he said. Nobody's being fired, but people are going to be removed to different banks. They're going to restructure somehow that way. Because there's things going on in certain parts of the Key Bank branch that they're not happy with. So they need to change some people around, to turn things around. It's a privately owned bank, correct? Key Bank?
It's traded on the NASDAQ. So.
Right, but it's not like Chase, Stanley Morgan.
No, he's
and all
talking
that.
probably for First Niagara.
Do you mean privately owned?
Well, it's not like
got
Chase, Stanley
shareholders.
Morgan, or whatever the other big giant branches are.
I mean, it's not as huge, but it's the same commercial type of
Right,
bank.
right. This is what I'm referring to. The people that are going to be changed is for the betterment of all, he said. Apparently he's referring to loan officers that are not getting the index what they need. Does that make any sense to you? Why you said it that way to me? I don't know. I'm repeating what I heard. What's the index?
Sales, referrals,
No, it's probably
Along that
profit.
line, he said.
the profit.
Along that line. They're seeing a difference between one of the branches and other branches. One branch in particular is doing very well. Is there one in Wappinger Falls? The Key Bank? This is the one he's referring to. It's doing very well. A lot of loans are coming out of there. The loan managers there are very good. You both know him? Do you know?
Stan, you don't know Dan. I do.
I don't think it's that.
What do you think it is? I mean, he could be just batting at you. You've got to figure some of this stuff out. I'm just hearing what to say to you.
It's because Olga's there in Wappingers, and they're doing loans that they shouldn't be doing.
Okay. He was talking about the loan officer, so maybe he's the one that's getting shift around.
Well,
So
they-
this is making sense what he's referring to, correct?
We do loans. So.
Okay, so he's making sense with this. That's why I said you've got to figure out what's being said to you. I don't know what this means, all right? Is the one of the girls at your judge kind of trying to like to be one of your friends?
Mm-hmm.
You know who he's talking about? She's a good person. You just don't trust her, do you?
Mm-hmm.
You don't trust her. He knows that. You see that. You're thinking right now, this guy knows a lot. Are you thinking that?
Mm-hmm.
He just read your mind, didn't he? Right in front of you. That's what we just showed you, he said. You just had your mind read. And you're sitting there freaking out. He just said that. He
No,
made me look right at you.
Go take the cover off the pasta.
No, but you're kind of like sitting back.
Yeah, because I know who he's talking about.
Yeah.
See, that's why I said to you earlier, man, when I said you know each other, you're going to be looking at each other and say, he knows.